Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff. Today I am very excited because we are taking a look at a toy that you may or may not have heard of. These are called Plunderlings. I am so super excited about these figures. They were a Kickstarter about a couple of years ago by a company called Lone Coconut, and they look fantastic. I've seen them around. I've seen them on the Fwoosh. I've seen them from my friends at Adventures in Collecting. I've actually only ever seen them physically at Chubsy Wubsy Toys in Little Falls, New Jersey, which is a great store. And I'm just so excited to finally have one in hand. The folks over at Lone Coconut actually approached me and they asked if I wanted to do a review for these figures, and I said, abso-frickin-lutely. I was super, super humbled, and I am very, very excited to be able to do this. I usually don't get too much into the independent toy lines, although I am now a huge fan of Mythic Legions. So, you know, this could be the next addiction. Who knows? Anyway, let's take a look at the packaging. A lot of people compare the packaging to Boglings, but I don't really know anything about Boglings. I've seen them before, and I guess it kind of looks like Boglings. It's also in a crate. But these are super cool. I love the mouth. And then on the side here, and I guess this character we have is Feral Zombone. That is the character. They all use pretty much the same type of sculpt. They all have like different accessories and masks and hats and stuff like that, and they're different colors. You can see on the top they got some extra heads in there, which is really cool, extra hands. And at the bottom we got feetsies. And I think on the sides, I'm pretty sure in the inside there's actually ears that stick out, so you can put the ears on the side of the box. You can have them sticking out like, you know. Oh god. But they also sent me a box of Plunderlings hatchlings, which I didn't even know about until recently when I listened to one of the most recent episodes of Adventures in Collecting, the podcast. Please check them out, where they interviewed one of the creators of Plunderlings, and they come with these little hatchlings that are basically, I think, just more like static figures, I'm pretty sure, and you can use like the extra parts and put them on them, so that way you have a way of displaying your extra parts. I mean, that's such a brilliant idea, honestly. That way they don't really just go to waste. You have extra stuff, which is awesome. Anyway, without further ado, I think it is time that we pop these suckers open. So he does come with the little ears that you can kind of stick on the side of the packaging, and once you pop that open, it's pretty cool, right? Alrighty, so here's our boy Zombone, but before we talk about him, we got to talk about the accessories that are included. So these are the parts that are included actually in the packaging with Zombone. These are the hatchlings, which are awesome. So we'll talk about the hatchlings really quick. As you can see, they're pretty much static figures, although the arms do move. And they're made so that way you can take the extra heads and the extra hands and pop them on, which is incredible because it doesn't look like a single piece goes to waste. They give you 2 additional bodies, and what do you get? 2 heads. So you have 2 heads for the bodies, plus they give you the extra hands too. So included in the packaging with the hatchlings are these 2 fists. So you get 2 alternate fists. I'm not sure exactly how they're sold, so I'm not sure if you get hatchlings with every purchase. I'm really not sure about that. But regardless, these are incredible. And I just love the fact that you can just like have like a small army of like extra characters just from buying one. So it's like you're getting 3 figures in one, which is really, really cool. And these are really nice. I like the sculpts on these. Oh my god, look at those little cheeks. That's great. They're really cute. Not too much paint, just, you know, pretty much white throughout, and he's just got the nails painted. But these are really nice. Then included with the actual figure are 2 alternate heads, and these are gorgeous. Look at these. These are fantastic. Paint looks great. I just want to say that these figures have such a nice feel to them. You know, they don't feel cheap at all. They're like a solid weight, and they just feel nice. Especially when you compare them to like the mass market stuff, like Marvel Legends or whatever. But like these feel really, really nice. Love this one with this awesome grin on his face. Oh, all the little teeth. Really, really cool. These are really sculpted very, very well. Then he comes with the bone, which is cool. Nice, very nice. Again, there's not too much paint, at least on this character. I don't know if other characters would have more paint apps, but granted, he's supposed to be pretty much all white, and that's what he is. Although there on the ears, there's this very nice shading, which is great. So then with the actual figure, he includes these like grabbing hands. I guess these are what you use to hold accessories. And then he gets this awesome skull mask, which there's some detail too. He's got like these little cracks over the skull, which are really, really nice. And these look to just fit right over the head. And actually, not only do they fit over the head, they hold in because it fits kind of over the nose. And it fits really nicely on there. That's not going to fall off. That's fantastic. Actually, oh wait, is it magnetic? Oh my God, it's magnetic. Oh, I should have known that. They talked about that in the podcast and Adventures in Collecting, my boys. They did talk about that. That's fantastic. Oh, and it fits. It's so nice. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah, see, there's a magnet in there. That's beautiful. I love that. Ah, and this is made out of a bit of a more pliable material, so that's cool, too. So in total, you're getting, I guess, 6 hands. These the ones that come on them are just like regular open hands, which are fine too. Fantastic. All right, now it's time to take a look at the figure. All right, so here's our boy Zombone, and he looks fantastic. I really, really like this figure. I really, really especially like the feel of him. He just feels really, really nice. It does not feel cheap. It has a good weight to it. I also like how he's not plasticky like a Marvel Legend. He's more like probably more like a Mythic Legion or like a NECA figure, just in feel, because the whole thing is painted, which is great. The paint apps are not like the greatest ever. I mean, there really isn't too much going on. He's pretty much all white. He's got these great shading though on his ears. He's got some shading on his knees and on his elbows, as well as some, the paint for the nails. Although some of the other ones might have more paint going on because some of them have different colors. This one's pretty much all white, but I still really like this character a lot. He's really cool. I love they're just so fun and kooky looking that to be honest, I'm surprised I haven't gotten one until right now. He's really, really cool. I like this figure a lot. Anyway, moving on to articulation. These guys move surprisingly well. His head does move up and down. It's on a ball joint. So it goes all the way around, and you get a lot of tilt. It actually goes a little bit forward and back too, because there is a hinge in there. So you get that little bit of forward and back. So you can put it back, and that way you can look up really, really far, which is fantastic. And then you can also make them look down too. Elbows go up to a little bit past 90 degrees, about 90 degrees, which is great. And then they do go all the way around as well. He does spin at the elbow, and he has a single jointed elbow, which goes pretty far in. Not so bad. Looks really good. Then he spins at the wrist, and he goes backwards, and he goes forward at the wrist. You get a lot of range of articulation, especially on the wrist. That's pretty solid. This hand only goes forward and back, though, while you can tell with the grabbing hands, these ones... these move in the opposite direction. These ones will move up and down. That way, if he's holding like a sword or a weapon or something like that, it makes more sense. Then at the waist, he has this great motion at the waist. It goes all the way around. Really, really nice tilt side to side. And of course, he spins. His legs go forward, kicks forward all the way that way. They do go back a teeny bit. Unfortunately, the butt does get in the way. His legs do split a little bit. They only go about that far. He has an upper thigh cut there. He has double jointed knees, which are amazing for something so tiny, which are actually pretty solid. Those look good. Then at the ankles, they go forward quite a bit. They go backwards, and there is ankle pivot there as well. So he stands about just a little under 4 inches tall. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Geralt from The Witcher. And here he is next to my boy, the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so overall, I really, really like this little figure. He's gorgeous. He's a ton of fun to play with. He He feels really, really good in your hands. Honestly, if you haven't jumped on board, get it, because they're like kind of pirates. If you haven't jumped on board yet with the Plunderlings, I do recommend it. I think I'm going to go right now over to Chubsy Wubsy and pick up a Plunderling because these guys are just fabulous. Why did you guys do this to me? I did not need to be collecting another toy line. You guys, terrible. Why do you have to come out with cool stuff? Why do people need to make such cool stuff? Because I can't control myself. Before we finish up, I just want to say another big thanks to the folks over at Lone Coconut and Plunderlings. You guys, I really, really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do a review for this figure. I love it. It's fantastic. And keep up the good work over there. You guys are really doing cool stuff. Anyway, if you like this review, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It's at Craig Stuff. Check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Later. Alrighty, to Chubsy Wubsy we go.